I've got really red eyes.
We just had loads of fucking Yahimbai, mate.
Yahimbai.
Yeah. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Moose Diary episode 3. Today is something like the 21st of October and we're training legs. And before we get started with today's training, we want to talk a little bit about...
Really trying to finish his fruit pastel.
Adam's trying to finish his fruit pastel, so you have to bear with us.
As you were.
As we were. So we're going to talk a little bit about what mental health in gyms, why it's important to exercise now more than ever, because obviously at the time of recording we are still in the middle of coronavirus.
We're
probably
pandemic.
We're probably still going to be in the middle of coronavirus if you're watching this 5 years from now, in fairness.
Boris Johnson still won't have a clue.
No, absolutely not. I think that's one thing we can all agree with. So yeah, like I guess what we want to talk about to start with is like exercise has always been important, right? For physical health, mental health, everything like that. But like now more than ever, on the back of today being able, the country's able to keep its gyms open. We're going to talk, like, take advantage of that and talk a little bit about why that's such a fucking good thing.
Yeah, and it's just an outlet. Like now more than ever, fitness is becoming an outlet for people to vent frustration, for people to, well, stay fit and healthy, because everybody knows this flu that is on the world attacks unhealthy people, and they suffer the most, and people with conditions. And if you're staying fit and healthy, you're basically probably going to do better in layman's terms. So now more than ever is probably the best time to get in the gym, get in shape, get some goals, start smashing them. Gyms are staying open, you haven't really got an excuse. What else are you going to do?
Yeah, 100%.
Go for a meal.
Exactly. Well, you can't because they're all shut anyway. So yeah, no, it's a really good thing. I mean, obviously, we're not really going to talk about like the ins and outs of the data and the gym staying open and stuff like that. But I think that for people's health, for the sort of the pandemic and stuff like that, in terms of just not overwhelming healthcare systems. Obviously in the UK we've got the NHS, elsewhere we've got other healthcare systems, but in terms of not overwhelming the healthcare systems, gyms are part of the solution, not part of the problem, right? Because you're gonna, what is in that again?
Yahimbai.
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 Nice. So yeah, we've got obesity is one of the major causes of overwhelming the healthcare system, right?
Yeah, massively.
Because obesity will lead to diabetes, it can lead to cancer, it can lead to even mental health issues, because the body and the mind are all sort of connected and that kind of thing. So there's a ton of different conditions that obesity just on its own can lead to, and keeping the gyms open is obviously one aspect of combating that, helping people exercise, helping people keep fit, helping people keep healthy. Obviously the way we train, we're talking about muscle building, but it's all one and the same. It's all one and the same. You move your body, you are less likely to get sick. Mentally and physically.
And the mental health side of it as well, it's a massive outlet for people who suffer with mental health. And I don't mean, you don't even have to be on the point of, I'm going to commit suicide. Like, you just have to, like, have more down days than good days. It can be an outlet to just turn that shit around. It's just like a massive, it's just like a vent for people, really. You can walk into the gym feeling shit, you can have a good session and walk out feeling good, and do you know what, it can turn the rest of your day around. So
absolutely.
The more people that just get in and set themselves goals, start smashing goals, or even just get fitter in general, it's just going to all round benefit you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a big thing about working out, and a big thing about having like whether it's a muscle building or bodybuilding or fat loss or just a general exercise program or whatever the fuck you want to do, right? I think a big thing about it is it gives some people something to focus on. So it's something positive in their life to focus on, and something to see themselves improving at week after week. Because I think, like, as human beings, we crave things that help us, make us feel like we're moving forward. Nobody ever wants to feel like they're moving backwards. Nobody ever wants to feel like they're getting fatter. Nobody ever wants to feel like they're getting weaker, getting skinnier, whatever, you know, the undesirable effect is. You don't want to feel like you're moving backwards. You want to feel like you're moving forwards. And the gym is a really practical, physical, and visible, tangible thing that you can see that you're moving forwards. You can't always see that you're moving forwards in your career, right? Because if you're employed by somebody, then you're just going to get your paycheck every month, right? And it might be 2 years before you get a promotion or whatever. So you can't always feel like you're moving forward. In the gym, you can always feel like you're moving forward. And like we spoke about last time with logbooking, right? So even
I
something
remember this week, by the way.
yeah, it's remembered an actual logbook this week. So even something as simple as logging your weights down, right? So logging your weights down there. If you log a session and then you come back the next session, you beat your numbers, you can instantly see the progression. You instantly start getting motivated and you feel better about yourself. So that's a massive sort of boost for your mental health. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I know it might sound silly to talk about it, but this shit matters. This shit matters. This shit is important. And having that sort of positive mind frame where you can see yourself moving forward can then spread and eke itself into the other areas of your life, with your relationships and your work.
It's all about being driven it's all about helping you keep that drive, keeping that mentality of moving forward.
Yeah.
If you're moving forward in the gym, you're probably going to feel like you're moving forward elsewhere. But again, even if you don't go to the gym, even if your hobby is running, even if you bloody hate weightlifting, if you're a runner, I don't know, you're running a 5k and your aim is to get a I don't know, sub 15-minute 5k. Fucking Usain Bolt, like I think.
Yeah, I get
anyway,
it.
if your aim is to do that and you get better and better each week, it's progress. You're probably going to progress in other areas of your life because it's putting you in that good state. It's getting your mental state is progressing into a more healthy vibration.
Cool. Yeah. So, in short, gyms are good for mental health. Gyms are good for physical health. If you are just watching this just as a random video to watch and you don't go to the gym or anything like that, and you're feeling a bit low, or you're low on energy, or you're feeling like you need something to focus on, start going to the gym, man. Or if you don't go to the gym, just start doing something. Just start moving your body. Just go for start by going for a walk. Start by going for a run. Just do something. Like, I guarantee, if you're having a low day, like a low vibration day or a low energy day or whatever you want to call it, and you just feel a bit lower than normal, move your body and that will lift your state. Literally move your body and it will lift your state. Like, an hour later, after some exercise, whether it's intense or not, you will feel better. And do that, some form of exercise every single day, and you will 100% feel better. I'm not saying it's a cure for depression. I'm not saying it's a fucking cure for cancer or anything like that.
No, but every little bit helps, and every little step you can take towards a healthier mind frame will benefit you in the long run. Same as every negative step you can take, like, I don't know, having a couple of pints every night. Having a couple of pints once a week might not be that bad. If you're having a couple of pints every night, you're going to start slipping into some form of slippery slope. It could. So it's all about negatives and positives. Baby steps, right direction. Baby steps in the right direction. Eventually, you'll get there. Whether your aim is just to be generally happier in life, generally fitter in life, or you want to progress, get more drive, be in a better mind frame, baby steps in the right direction. You don't have to take giant bloody leaps. Like, just do little things every day, like exercising, like going for a run, like anything, like getting on track with your diet plan, like, or making a diet plan, or like cutting fast food. Anything, little things can help.
Yeah, I agree. And here's the thing, we'll finish on this, we'll wrap things up because we're going to go and train legs and show you guys how we train legs now while Adam eats his fruit pastel. But yeah, here's the thing, we'll finish on this, is you've got a choice every single day. You're faced with choices every single day, and you can choose whether to make it a productive and constructive day or a destructive and sort of unhappy day, right? So every single moment of every single day, you've got a choice in how you spend those minutes, those hours, and what actions you take. So all we're saying right now is, if you choose to spend an hour, 2 hours, half an hour, 15 fucking minutes if you want, moving your body and doing something constructive, you will feel better in the other 23 hours of your day. And I don't think that there is anybody that could really argue with that.
No, and if they did,
they're full of shit.
They're wrong.
They're full of shit.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's wrapped it up.
Yeah.
Let's go do legs. I'll see you in there. Okay guys, so to start this leg workout, we are going to do some leg extensions. So here, me and Adam, you can see we're doing some warm-ups on the leg extension. The cues for this exercise are to pull your arse into the seat as hard as you can using those handles. Really make sure you don't have any hip or pelvis movement whatsoever. And on these particular first sets, we finished with one forced rep, and then we did some rest pause so that you can see the forced rep, and we did some rest pause sets after that we didn't film. Great to have leg extensions at the start. You can really fully contract the quads without taking too much away from your squatting and pressing movements later. Then we're moving on to the pendulum squats, as you can see we're warming up here. So that's me doing my pendulum squats. What you want to make sure here is you screw your feet into the ground, you really pull your hamstrings down to your calves. Don't skimp on this movement, guys. Make sure that your hamstrings are touching your calves at the bottom there. And this is the work set, as you can see, got a couple of plates aside there. Driving through, so a good cue is to drive your heels through the pad on these, whether you're hack squatting or your pendulum squatting. Really push your heels through the pad and try and almost leg press the ground away. That'll really increase the activation through your quads, and it'll really make sure that you're getting some good leg work firing up there. So yeah, as you can see, we'll be grinding the last few reps out there and making sure that we are getting everything possible out of the tank. We do 2 working sets on these movements, so we do our top set at a heavier weight, where we'll go for like 5 to 8 reps, and then the back off set, which we've not actually shown, will be a little bit lighter, but we'll go for more like 8 to 12 reps on those. After we'd done our pendulum squats, we moved on to a lying leg curl. So as you can see, Adam's finishing off his pendulum squats here, and then with the lying leg curls, again 2 working sets on this, a few warm-ups to start with to really make sure that the blood is through the hamstrings. And the cue for this one, guys, is to make sure you drive your hips through the pad, really push your hips forwards. If you start sticking your arse up in the air, especially when it starts getting hard, you're going to really start to dump the tension into your lower back. So make sure you drive your hips down, don't allow the arse to pop up, don't start dumping tension into your lower back. Keep your glutes squeezed, keep your ass cheeks squeezed and contracted basically, and that'll help you to really contract and get the most out of your hamstrings rather than dumping it into the lower back. So again, 2 working sets on this, 5 to 8 to start with, and then an 8 to 12 set to finish off. And really just try and focus on pushing all the blood into the backs of your upper thighs there and the hamstrings, and you'll really get some good contractions through the hamstrings there. So once we've finished with the lying leg curls, we move on to the leg press. Again, as many warm-ups as you need to do on the leg press. We did 1 set on the leg press, and the reason we did 1 set is because we did a big all-out set of a rest pause, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. So the first portion of this rest pause set is to get as many reps as possible. I got 20 reps here, and then you will put the weight down and you'll rest for, say, 15 seconds, like 10 breaths, which would take about 15 seconds. And then you pick the weight up and you go again for as many as you can, and you do another 10 breaths, or about 15 seconds, and then you pick the weight up and you'll go for as many as you can again. So basically you do 1 full all-out set, rest 15 seconds, do another full all-out set, rest 15 seconds again, and then do 1 more full all-out set. And what you end up getting is something like a high number to start with. So I got 20 reps on my first set, and then you'll get 2 consecutive lower numbers. So I think I got 4 or 5 reps on my second set, and I got 2 reps, from my final set, because it was just like squeezing everything you possibly can out. You do not change the weight in between. You don't do a drop set, you don't rest longer than you need to, you just get that little bit of rest and then you extend the set. So it is all 1 set, but it's called a rest pause set, and the leg press I find is a really great movement to implement rest pause sets on, because you can really exhaust your quads on this. So you can see I am finishing off my second mini set here, and Adam's finishing his rest pause there as well. So he's just about getting everything he possibly can out of the muscle on that same given weight and accruing that volume through your quads. And guys, if you feel like you're reaching failure, there's always 1 more in the tank. You can always drive through as much as you can. So here's my last couple of reps, pushing through for the last one there, and then just absolutely having nothing left at the end. So then we finished off with some adductors and some lunges. The adductors for the inner thighs, a really powerful movement to thicken up the inner thighs there. Don't just leave this one for the ladies, make sure you do your adductors at the end of your leg sessions, and we've paired them with some lunges. Adam's wobbling, as you can see there, and that's just to finish off the quads. And then we did some calves, but we did not film the calves So that's it. That's our leg session. Hope you enjoyed it.
Get him by.